taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. Throwing on first down. Glenn, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Dan Bailey.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 43.
And let's check on the numbers for Jalen Richard last week. 17 carries, 65 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
A gain of 30.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And some strong running. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Well, Charles, this always contentious division rivalry. I'd say even a little spicier than we're used to. The well-documented war of words on social media between two of the top players on these teams. That has really added a layer of intrigue.
Well, we've never turned down a little extra zest to a game, have we? But you're absolutely right. The social media beef between these two stars, in a lot of ways, ridiculous, maybe even a little bit childish as most people would look at it. It's also made this game one of the most talked about regular season matchups that you and I can remember. So I don't know that we're complaining. I know we also can't wait to see how it plays out on the field. And that's the thing to remember here. The one with the bragging rights will not be who gets the most likes or dislikes or whatever you want to put on social media, because I'm not as versed on it as I should be. But it really comes down to who wins the game today.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. Richard, and he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
You see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
So as this offense gets settled in, a game like this, how important do you think it will be for both of these teams to maintain their composure?
I think that the good news is that this is a physical, emotional game. And look, if they can find a way to harness that intense energy, it could end up being beneficial for both teams. But what both of them have to realize, and especially this quarterback, the objective is still just to win the game. It's not to outshine the other guy or go at him with any more or less than is normal. Go play the game. Go win the game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
32-yard line.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Cook on the carry.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Darnell Savage on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down, Viking.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
First down.
11 more on that one, and another first down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At the 38-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers to throw once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Touchdown, Vikings!
Complete.
Adam Thielen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Rodgers pass.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. It's caught by Funchess. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, if my calculations are correct here, and I think that they are, he's now over 55,000 career passing yards.
Well, you did get a fine education in the Midwest, my friend, so I know that that happened, okay? I know those Butler Bulldogs very proud of what they set out there, so I'm trusting your numbers. 55,000 yards? Wow. I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was already in the top 10. Now he just keeps climbing toward the top. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to, we now proceed to the start of the second half. Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Johnson on the return. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Richard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Richard. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Richard, the ball carrier.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the ground, Richard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
At the 39-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And his throw is incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the ground, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. The 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Another carry now for Madison. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Randy Gregory in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Rodgers pass.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. That one looks like he'll throw here. A little juke. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down.
He was covered.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return, Johnson. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
At their own 39-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Glenn. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving and keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
1st down.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Operating from the gun. Glenn. Oh, going for Jefferson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running